from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
All right, fellas, listen up.
Here's Achane to start the drive. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. If they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there at 22. From midfield, here's Tua. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. The Dolphins at 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here. And that might have been a situation where even though you don't hit on the deep throw, you at least put in the defenders' minds early in the game that we're going to press the ball deep against your secondary. And that can have a ripple effect on how they function throughout.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready?
First play's a run with Nwangu. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Henry. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. You look at this defense for the Vikings. It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I think with as good as their coverage is, and they're also excellent tacklers, they try to keep things in front of them and either make the tackle or you have to run.
It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Waddle, the motion man right. On play action. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now the try here for the extra point. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next. A game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they have things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 39 yards there, a big one.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Solo left Zion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his back.
Wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game. And
he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. And the first play will be a field goal try. This a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far. Finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Here we go. Set.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Come on. 18 Cardinal.
Another run down for Nwangu.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Rolling to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Vikings add 6 to their lead.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
All right.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at the 40. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time.
And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All these years we've been really resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Tua. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA, with a sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. He goes 55 yards on the punt return. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Go ahead.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Option handoff now to Achane. Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that trims the lead down to 9.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Throwing on first down. Henry dancing to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play, with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Henry. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
Here's Blake Gillikin now.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And here's a very low line drive. Almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7. Waddle, the motion man, right.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Muscles him off. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Ready, 2 stinger.
On 1st down, back to Achane.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tua going to try and go quickly here.
Off of play action. Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
They'll go right back to Nwangu. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up the first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Handoff here to Nwangu, pushing through the contact. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They'll try and run it here.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On second down, a run by Achan.
And able to get this one across the 45 before it was brought down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's who is going to change things up.
On first down, Tagovailoa. He finds his man, complete. It's Banks. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Up the middle, Achan. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the give is Nwangu.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
On 2nd down, here's Nwangu.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well,
throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A big play there for Minnesota. 54 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Nwangu.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Kene Nwangu.
Taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tua. And that will be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. It's going to be a gain of 13 there as they convert by a good 3 yards on 4th down.
Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Achane gets it from the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 153 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Achane here, they stay on the ground. Achane hit and the ball is out.
And the Vikings pick up the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, Henry looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Okay, break.
2nd and 10.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Operating from the gun, Henry eluding the pressure right.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
And he's got this down to the 35. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a fourth quarter advantage. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Now it's Nwangu.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Here we go.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Go.
Here's Nwangu.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Kene Nwangu.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point up and through. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted.
And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Start.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Get it.
handoff right side to Wangu.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
132 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. And quickly they get to the line.
Cougar 19.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henry buying time to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
For Amari Cooper. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Go ahead.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Again, it's Achane.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins 1st down. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Personally, I think they've got to go somewhere else with the football. They've got him bracketed out there in double coverage. Makes it hard to fit it in time after time.
It would have had to have been an absolutely perfect pass and not good enough. On 3rd down, Henry. Thrown across the field, and that will easily be intercepted. And the Dolphins will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Tua to try again on second down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught at the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Minnesota, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.